people. This is JB from Grand Magus. I'm the singer and guitar player, and we're a three-piece band from Stockholm, Sweden. And this year we've actually been around for 25 years, and we're releasing our 10th album called Sunraven in on the 18th of October this year.
Brilliant. Welcome.
Thanks.
No worries. There's so many people that are glad Grand Magus is back. Did the time away really help you focus in on what you wanted Sunraven to be?
Yeah, I think so. I really do. Funnily enough, the whole pandemic thing, even though it ruined half a tour for us because we were on tour when it happened.
Yeah.
So that was really bad. But on the other hand, after that tour, I'd been looking forward to taking a break actually. So the timing wasn't that bad for us. So when it all happened, we just said that, hey, let's see where this ends up and let's keep in touch. And when things get back to normal, if they do, let's think about doing some new stuff. And so I guess 2 years just disappeared for everyone across the globe. And and then it took a while to kind of get into the groove again, literally speaking. And but yeah, when things started to get back to pretty much the way they were before, I felt the inspiration again, and we just said that if we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly. So we took a whole year to write and record it, and it was a big thing. We didn't know that this was going to be possible, but apparently it was. So
yeah. So it's like the break kind of did you some good in a way.
Yeah, because what we deal with in this band is that everything we do is based on emotion. So if the passion's not there, we're not going to do it. Yeah, and we've been very regular in over the 25 years with releasing albums and touring and releasing albums and blah blah blah. And after a while, I think it's you need to step away from it a bit, or at least I needed to step away from it a bit, and it just happened that it's happened this way.
Yeah. And how would you describe the sound of Sunraven compared to your last album?
I think it's in the same vein. I mean, we recorded in the same studio with the same engineer, mixer, producer, with the same three idiots in the band. And so it's not a big difference, I wouldn't say, but obviously the songs are different, and every album we've done is different from the last because they've all been very much like a diary statement of where we are as people and as a band at that point in time.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I saw that you guys played Bloodstock. What was that like? And were there any bands that played that you guys look up to?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we played Bloodstock many times, and it was great. Yeah, it was great to be back. Because, I mean, obviously those types of festivals was one of the things that I thought that maybe this will never happen again, you know. So it was, great and emotional, and we happened to play the same day as old friends, like the band Clutch, for instance.
Yep.
It was great seeing them again. Fantastic live band and great guys. And we also played the same day as Opeth, who are close friends of the band, and they did a brilliant show as always. And I mean, most memorable was to see the crowd again
Yeah.
and to interact with them the way
Oh,
we used to, you know.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And speaking of some bands that you like, can you tell me some of your biggest musical influences?
Ooh, that's a big one. Um, well, I got in touch with like hard rock music very early on because I had two brothers who are, you know, 11 and 14 years older than me. So they were, horrible teenagers when I was born.
Yeah.
So they were into the 70s bands like, Deep Purple and Alice Cooper and Uriah Heep and all of
Hmm.
those bands. So I heard that from a very early age. And I guess it just struck a chord with me. I can't stop with the puns. I'm sorry about that.
No.
Um, and so when I got into my teens, I discovered bands like Venom and Bathory and
Wow.
Motorhead and
Yeah.
a
The
bit
more
more
heavier metal, I
aggressive.
guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and also bands like Accept and Judas Priest and Saxon and
That's awesome.
so yeah, so they're a huge part of my inspirational thing, and also Manowar have been a huge influence on Grand Magus,
Yeah.
um, and yeah, there's so many bands, but I think you get the gist of it.
And can you describe the interesting story behind Sunraven and the mythical sort of theme to it?
Yeah, so the Sunraven album revolves around the Beowulf poem story, um, but it's not a like retelling in
Hmm.
detail or word for word or anything like that. It's just a starting point for my own fantasies and ideas, and themes that, to be honest, are pretty much the themes that we've always explored in Grand Magus, but in essence, the some of the songs are written from the perspective of Beowulf,
Yep.
and some are written from the perspective of Grendel, which was the monster that Beowulf fought in Denmark,
Yeah.
and also and also Grendel's mother, which he also fought and cut the head off of, and so yeah. Um, the whole album, this is like the framework for the album, but the themes and ideas and everything go beyond that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's really awesome and really unique to weave in that mythology. Is there a favorite song on the album for you and why?
Oh, that's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do an album, it's such it's almost like an out of body experience, because for me at least, a certain part of yourself is not involved. Um, there's something else going on, and so it's very hard to be objective, and it's also hard to be subjective about the stuff you do on your own stuff, you know. And
Yeah,
so, my answer would be that it varies which song I like the most.
yeah,
Um, so yeah.
yeah. They're all favorites, I suppose.
Well, on a good day, they're all favorites. On a bad day, yeah.
And I just wanted to mention that for a three-piece band, you guys sound absolutely incredible. And special mention to your awesome guitar solos. Is it hard to sing and play so complexly at the same time?
Well, the good thing is that, thanks, by the way. The good thing is that I don't have to sing while I play the solos. That would be a challenge for
Yeah.
sure. The the but the rhythm guitar stuff that I do is very straightforward. I would say I'm not like Dave Mustaine in Megadeth. He plays the most complex, weird, incredibly challenging stuff and
Yeah.
sings at the same time. That's not what I do. What I do is very, very meat and potatoes guitar stuff while I sing, and then when it's time to play the solos, I shut up. So so it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Once you get you get past the hurdle of singing and playing at the same time, um, it it's it's kind of a natural thing because because they both go together in the sense that I wouldn't write um, a lyric or a melody that wouldn't feel right with the stuff that I play, if you understand
Yeah.
what I'm
No, that makes
trying to
sense.
get at. Yeah. If someone else wrote the lyrics and the vocals and told me, "Hey, sing and play this at the same time," that would be a challenge.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine. Another thing I loved is your energy, particularly in the Skybound music video. You sing with such conviction. And then there was also a video of you guys playing live, and you handed out some temporary tattoos to the crowd. Can you come to Australia and do that, please?
Yeah, we would love to.
Yeah.
We've never managed to get over to your part of the globe ever, and it would be such an experience to go over there. And I know that there's a very strong metal. Yeah, there's a lot of metal heads over there, and it would be great to meet you all. But
Oh, 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see what the future brings. But if the circumstances are fortuitous, we
Yes.
wouldn't hesitate 1 second.
Oh, awesome. No, we really hope you can come over here. What
Mm.
do you think you would be doing if you weren't in a metal band?
Well, I don't know. I actually have another job. So for
Oh,
me, yes. So Grand Magus have always been something that has only been fueled by passion, not
yeah,
for the need to make a living. So,
yeah,
which was important for me pretty much well, maybe not from the start, but once we kind of got into the crossroads of deciding whether or not to do it full time, it felt like the right decision not to do it because I
yeah,
don't want I don't want it to turn into a job.
yeah. And I
And
guess that's a huge undertaking as well to decide to make that your full career. And
sure,
yeah,
sure, that's. I mean, I had many friends in full time bands, and I know exactly what kind of
yeah,
sacrifices that entails, and also the very scary parts of doing that.
yeah.
I mean, we talked about the pandemic. I mean, that was a disaster for a lot of people that I know. But anyway, I would I would love to be a forest ranger. That would
Oh,
probably be my ideal type of life if I
yeah.
wasn't
Oh,
doing
awesome.
this.
You obviously spend a lot of time outdoors.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I really love the Viking undertones in your music and on Sunraven's cover art as well. I recently found out that I'm 1% Swedish. What in particular about Vikings resonates with you guys?
uh, Well, I mean, it's it's part of part of growing up in Sweden when I did the Viking thing.
Mhm.
Um, is was very prevalent. You know, in school we learned about the Norse mythology and everything, and
Yeah,
I was my dad used to tell me stories about Thor and Odin and
oh
things like
wow.
that as bedtime stories, you know, and so it's always been something that I've been fascinated with, not necessarily, you know, the Viking raids and everything, but more
Yes.
the you know the mythological and legend aspect of it, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
and also
definitely.
yeah, and also the artwork and
Yeah.
you know the kind the old religion or whatever you want to call it that they
Yeah.
practiced was always very fascinating. So I think that's one of the reasons, and also for me, like I mentioned earlier, that our music is very much based on emotion, and
Hmm.
then it has to be something that's inspiring. And for me, the whole Viking thing is the perfect, um, let's say that the perfect fodder for heavy metal music, you know?
Yeah, like their spirit.
Sure.
Yeah. You've been making music for 25 years. In your own words, how would you describe what Grand Magus is and what it means to you?
So Grand Magus is, I think I can say it now after 25 years that we're a true metal band,
Yeah.
because there are no, we don't cheat. We are three guys making noise, and what you hear is um, it's it comes from us directly, and there are
Hmm.
no. It's us warts and all, just like Motorhead were, and you know.
Yeah.
And so, if you like that, the honest part of
Hmm.
music, that's what we're about. Um, and for me personally, I mean, it's almost uh, it is half of my life that I spent doing this, and
Yeah.
um, it's a reflection of my ideas and my fantasies and my inspirations, and um, so it's I mean it's a huge part of who I am.
Do you find that you guys are often compared to Motorhead in a way?
Well, not that much, funnily enough, because I think we are very, like I just mentioned, that we have a lot of similarities with Motörhead. I mean,
Yeah.
we're a three-piece. The music is not complex, but it's heavy and it's to the point.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess maybe if we had more fast songs, maybe the
Yeah.
the connection would be clear, you know. But we tend to write songs that are more like mid tempo and probably veering towards the heavy rather than the fast, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. And the album Sunraven is out October 18. If you're into heavy metal and mind-blowing riffs and solos, I urge you guys to check it out. Thank you so much. I want to say this right. Is it Janne? Is that completely
yeah,
wrong?
you can say no, it would be Janne.
Janne. Okay. I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you so very much for having this interview with us today. And please try and come to Australia in the future. We really hope you can make it and hand out those tattoos as well, please.
It would be my pleasure, and thanks for this chat, and all the best.
Thank you. You too. Take care.